York City, weighing 221 pounds, Ted Adams. And his opponent, from Paradise Valley, Arizona, 278 pounds, the newly crowned Worldwide Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, Superstar Billy Graham.
Where is he? Where's the Superstar? And where's the Grand Wizard? There is the manager. And there is the champion. Superstar Billy Graham displaying that Worldwide Wrestling Federation Championship. But look at that bronze body. The Adonis-like physique possessed by Superstar Billy Graham. 23 inches around that bicep, I'm told. Extraordinary power. Graham very proud of his physique, as well he should be. Graham pointing to the championship belt. Again, the belt that was worn for all those years so proudly by unquestionably one, if not the greatest wrestling champion of all time, Bruno Sammartino. Superstar certainly taking his time in entering the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-title match.
Non-title event. Superstar not ready to put it on the line, but apparently we're ready for action. Look at that, the hat on the Grand Wizard, would you? Big ostrich feather stick, and there's the bicep of Graham. And the Wizard oiling up Superstar Graham. This, we're told, is one of the more pleasurable tasks that the Grand Wizard here employs in readying Superstar for action. Now the left upper arm being rubbed so gingerly by the Grand Wizard. Superstar accustomed to being pampered. And the Wizard now rubbing the oil across the deltoids, all over the back. Across the latissimus dorsi, if you would. Graham is an extraordinary athlete, no question about that. But you know, it really must be frustrating. Imagine what's going on in the mind of Superstar's opponent. Now, you're looking at the champion, and it's really, I would think, humiliating to just be idly walking around the ring, readying yourself psychologically to prepare for Superstar Graham. And he's absolutely destroying you right there. He hasn't even touched you. And already he's destroyed you psychologically just by keeping you at bay. So there's more than meets the eye to the tactics of Superstar Graham. A master of psychology is, look at this, the golden locks of Graham being combed by his manager, the Grand Wizard. Perhaps now we're ready for locking up here. Yes, indeed. The Wizard being ushered through the ropes. Finally. Now Graham circling. Ted Adams will not challenge the strength of Superstar Graham. That, of course, would be a big mistake. Adams, well, just as we said that, Adams did challenge the strength of Graham, and here's the result. Adams must rely on his mobility, on his agility. You have to keep moving around the ring, especially against the likes of Superstar Graham. Through the ropes now. Adams out on the concrete floor. That also a humiliating experience to be thrown through the ropes on the outside of the ring. Graham snaps his man in the hard way. Graham exhibiting some of that tremendous strength he possesses now. Thus far, Ted Adams has not been maneuvering around the ring at all. Superstar Graham, who claims he can rip a bumper off a Mack truck. He is powerful, and thus far, his opponent, Ted Adams, is certainly no match at all for the reigning Worldwide Wrestling Federation champion. Adams head first to the turnbuckle. That's going to smart. Graham snaps Ted Adams down to the canvas. And Billy Graham is in total control, to put it mildly. Next week, incidentally, we will have more footage of the historic match that took place in Baltimore, Maryland, where Graham won the championship from Bruno Sammartino. Although, as you might suspect, and as we've stated earlier from time to time, it was a highly disputed, a controversial decision. Nevertheless, Graham's champion at the moment. How long that will last, that state, that remains to be seen. Some people think it won't last very long at all. Others, those fans closest to Superstar, claim that Graham will keep the title indefinitely. Scooping up Ted Adams, hammering him down to the canvas. Adams on his feet, perhaps not for long. Whip to the ropes. Graham with a Superstar bear hug. Those python-like arms of Superstar Graham wrapped around the small of the back of Adams, and Adams wastes no time at all in submitting. The Grand Wizard, the manager of Graham, in the ring, distracting referee Dick Worley a bit. Now Worley says, let him down. Now, there's no sense in this. Graham's already defeated Ted Adams. What could he hope to accomplish? What could he hope to gain by continuing to apply the pressure in the small of the back of Adams? Only to display characteristics of the true temperament of Superstar Billy Graham.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time of the match, 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Picture winner.
Superstar Billy Graham triumphant. We shall return with Samoan Chief Peter Maeva when we continue.